I hope you enjoyed the splashing, and we arrived in the water, and now we are cruising down the river. We are going very fast at the speed of 15-16 kilometers an hour. The way upstream, the way back will be a little bit slower. We will go at the speed of 5-6 kilometers an hour. So as I told you, we are going down the river. You know the Danube flows from the north to the south. So the left bank of the river is Pest, the right bank of the river is Buda. If you turn to the right, you cannot see Buda. You can't see Buda, but you can see an island. This is the Margaret Island. It's a quite big island. This is the second biggest island of the city. It stretches between the Margaret Bridge and the Árpád Bridge. And it's now a huge recreation area. There are many sport facilities on the island. As you can see, the sporty citizens are jogging on the island. But you can swim here. Our national swimming pool is on the island too. It has an athletic stadium, tennis courts, football courts. It has 2 thermal hotels. One of the 2 hotels is over 100 years old. The hotels were built on hot springs. Under the island there are many hot springs too here underneath. There is a little zoo on the island, the Water Tower. The largest open-air bath is on the island too, called Palatinos. Somewhere in the middle of the island you can find the ruins of a medieval monastery. There is an open-air stage on the island, an open-air theater with very good performances in the summer time. So it's really lovely place, especially in another season and in nice weather. Now let me tell you a few words about the history of the island and about the name of the island. The island was called in the Middle Ages the island of the rabbits, and it was the island of the lepers. So they lived here separated on the island. Later on it was named after Saint Margaret. Now it bears the name of Saint Margaret. Margaret lived in the middle of the 13th century. In the middle of the 13th century, Tatars and Mongols invaded the country. Genghis Khan and his soldiers, his troops, destroyed the country completely. At that time, during the Tatar and Mongol invasion, King Béla IV ruled in the country. The king had 2 daughters. Both of his daughters died during the Tatar and Mongol invasion. But the king made a vow. If he ever had another daughter, that if the country were free again, he would offer his daughter for service of God. The little Margaret was born after the Tatar and Mongol invasion was over, and the king had a monastery for her built here on the island, and the little Margaret was sent here when she was 9. She lived here on the island throughout her lifetime. She was canonized some centuries later. She was very young when she died, only 29 years old, and the ruins of her monastery can be still seen in the middle of the island. Later,